Welcome to the YouTube channel of Srilata Srivastav, XSG Lok Sabha. In this video, I am going to tell you about the Members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme. This scheme is a central sector scheme and it is fully funded by the Government of India. This scheme was announced on December 23rd, 1993 by the then Prime Minister of India in the Parliament. The main objective of the scheme is to enable each member of Parliament to recommend works of developmental nature with emphasis on the creation of durable community assets based on the locally felt needs of the people. Initially, the administration of MPLAT was with the Ministry of Rural Development. However, since October 1994, the administration of this scheme has been vested with the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation is responsible for processing or prescribing guidelines on how the scheme would be implemented and monitored by the various authorities. The first guidelines on the scheme was issued in February 1994 and it was revised from time to time. And the current comprehensive revision of guidelines is based on the experience gained over the period of 30 years and after having obtained from the views and inputs from various stakeholders. And in 1993-94, when the scheme was launched, each member of parliament was allocated an amount of rupees 5 lakh per annum, which was enhanced to rupees 1 crore per annum in 1994-95 and further to rupees 2 crore per annum in 1998-99, and it is currently fixed at 5 crore per annum with effect from financial year 2011-12. In wake of the COVID pandemic, the MP-led scheme was suspended and now it has started again, and the rupees whatever the amount has been prescribed for the members of parliament is given to them. So my objective is to take up this scheme is to see how this is being implemented by the members of parliament. The focus would be on things which are meant to do better implementation for the future generations and for environment. Because what happens that the demand of people for infrastructure projects is much more than the things which are though very important but takes a backseat because of not having demanded by the people. So I am would be looking this scheme in addition to what is being done by the honorable member of parliament, members of parliament in their area, whether they are taking care of the environment and doing something which is important for future generation getting a better word for them. So this is an introduction, and in addition to what is the application and I would like to tell that the sectors in which this scheme fund can be given is also in the guidelines, and it is very vast, from the permissible for permissible works. It includes public and community buildings, public convenience, safety, security, education, public health, drinking water, sanitation, irrigation, drainage and flood control system, animal husbandry, dairy and fisheries, agriculture and farmer welfare, energy supply and distribution system, railways, roads, bridges, pathways, environment, wild animals, forest and other natural resources, public recreational facilities, sports and parks, etc. So the canvas is very large, and it is on the basis of the needs of the people in the area, from where the members of parliament come. These demands are put for the expenditure. Thank you.